Night photography can be a little challenging. It's kind of a different world when the sun goes down and you lose all of that natural light. However, hopefully with the tips in this video, you can get some great shots. But first, we gotta wait till the sun goes down. Will Simpson here, and welcome to Exploring Photography. Today I'm out here with my buddy Jackson, and we're gonna show you 5 tips on how to take really great night photography. Tip number 1, probably the most obvious, you're gonna need a tripod. Now, when you're taking night photography, you're gonna need a lot of light in, so a tripod is really handy because you can use the slower shutter speed and avoid the camera shake. Tip number 1.5, because it's kind of relating to the tripod, is you want a remote trigger or potentially using your 2 or more second timer. That way you avoid that camera shake when you press the shutter button. But let's keep going and we'll get on to tip number 2. Okay, tip number 2, light trails. What you're gonna wanna do is put your camera on a tripod, set it to about a 15 to 20 second shutter, and then start it right as cars are driving through. What that's gonna do is that's gonna create those awesome light trails that you see. Unfortunately, there's no cars on the road, so I can't show you an example. So here's some examples of the key things is you're gonna need the tripod, the shutter, and the one car that drove by us all freaking night. On to the next one. All right, tip number 3 is to use the lights and LEDs and things from like businesses and lights like this back here to create amazing bokeh lights and really to light your subject. Now, just as a note, I wrote a bunch of notes and I've lost them like 3 times. I've kept finding them, but keep secure of your notes for videos like this. Anyways, on to the next one. So I had another tip planned, but it's really hot out here. So the tip was to bring water, because what you can do is you can, if you're around a dry area, is use water to make a reflection with some cool, nice bokeh and some light reflection, things like that. But unfortunately, it is very hot, which is not why I'm dying of sweat, and I happen to, yeah, anyways, bring some water. Tip number 5 is light riding. Now with light riding, you're gonna need a flashlight, your camera flashlight phone. I use an aperture light, which is being used to light me right now. And what you wanna do is a shutter of 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then you activate the shutter, and then you paint whatever you want, which is how I did the thumbnail of this video. So let me show you some examples. Night photography is a lot of fun. It's a little stressful when you're not sure what you're doing. Sometimes it can get a little bit intense, but you know what? You just keep pushing at it. So I hope these tips have really helped you out and you can go out there and get some good shots now. So don't forget to subscribe, and as always, enjoy the journey that is exploring photography. You agree? She agrees. Stop. You can pick that up. And stop. Come on. I can't. Come on. I'm gonna do this without you in a second. And probably the most obvious, you're gonna need a tripod.
I totally forgot.
We'll get this on take number 13.